good. Go Tigers. Oh. Go Vols. No, we suck. You guys can have a seat. Man, thanks for being here tonight. How many homegirls? Homegirls. That was funny. How many home folks? How many go to this church? Okay. That must be all you little. Raise your hand if you got your white on. You're having a purity party? It's like a chastity club. I don't want to be in your club, no offense. Okay? Just keeping it real. That's why I'm not wearing white. This is as far as I'm going. How many of you guys traveled? Yeah? How many hours? Hush. You're visiting a friend and you just came along for the ride. No? You're kidding. You're joking. Oh, okay. But you didn't have to come here tonight. Did you you changed your flight just to come here? Oh, I'm going to give you a t-shirt later. I'm serious. I want you to go to the back, and I want you to get one of these, whatever size you want. Man, thanks for coming, you guys. I love your sweet pastor's wife. She told you a little bit about our story. You call her Jennifer, but I call her JT because her name was Jennifer Tide. So she's JT to me, but if you don't go to this church, I'm not here to plug this church, but I love these people, and if you're looking for a spot to land, these are good people. And the reason I like them is because they're authentic and they're real. And in my old age, are you laughing because I'm old? Is that why you're laughing? I'm 42 this month. But in my old age, I'm finding that real is kind of the only way to be. I just can't really operate much outside of that. So let me just answer a couple of questions for you here tonight. Everybody always says, how did you come up with this? How did you get started? And the answer is, I don't know. It was an accident, okay? I'm a single mama, and I was working my desk job, and I have glitter all over me, and I look like a hooker, and I'm really sorry. I just noticed, and I don't mean to, because I'm not one. But if you are, no offense, I'm glad you're here. But I don't know why I'm shining. But anyway, so I was just working my desk job. Just kidding. I'm sorry. And I'm stupid. And so me and my friends were doing dumb Snapchat videos like we all do, surely, right? And so they were like, these are funny. You should post these. And I'm like, heck no. I'm single and I don't want to stay that way. I'm not posting these for the public. So anyway, obviously I did, just kind of on a dare, I just posted on a dare, and somebody said, more than one person said, I love your little I ain't doing it thing. Do another one. And I was like, what is she talking about? So I had to rewatch the video, and I was like, oh, I said I ain't doing it. How interesting. Because I just kind of say that. Because this is not a character, okay? This is just me in real life. I just have a filter on my face. That's really how I talk to my friends. So I was like, okay, I'll do another one. So I did another one. And then this blogger, who's now a friend of mine, her blog is called Whoa Susanna. Her name is Susanna Lewis. She's so sweet, man. She's really authentic. I'm glad y'all love her. She reached out to me and said, you're funny, blah, blah, blah. Can I post a video? I said, okay, whatever. And she said, well, you need to start a fan page. I'm like, heck no. I am not starting a fan page. I'm not trying to be somebody over here with these videos, okay? I got a job. I'm fine. But she said people are going to, come out of the woodwork on your personal page. You want to keep it separate, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, whatever. So that was on September 5th, and now I'm in Daphne, Alabama. So that's about the long and short of it. Seriously, there's nothing fancy in between. We just started, numbers started going up, and people started calling and saying, we want you to come to our church and come to our event and come to our casino. What? And I'm like, what do you want me to do when I get there? Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, we want you to do comedy, of course. And I was like, oh, of course. I'm a comedian. Okay. I didn't know that. All right. I'm a comedian now. So I didn't grow up saying I'm going to be a comedian when I grow up. It didn't go like that. But nevertheless, here we are. I'm glad to be here with you guys tonight. Right after the holidays, too. Can I move this back a little bit? Gosh, who's glad they're over? Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's a bunch of mamas right there clapping. Sick of that Elf on a Shelf mess. Let me tell you, I don't do it. I meant that. I ain't doing it. But my most hated holiday, I'm glad it's over too, is Halloween. Hate it. Hate that mess. Look, somebody needs to write a Halloween handbook, like etiquette, an etiquette book, okay? And it needs to start with age requirements, okay? Because look here, I'm fine. If you want to put your baby in a stroller because her legs are tired and you want to stroll on up to my house, that's great. But your baby is nursing, okay? Like your baby ain't got no teeth, and you're coming to my door asking me for some milk duds. No, I'm not giving you milk duds. You're getting, like, coupons for Gerber baby food and, like, breast pads. It's terrible. I'm not giving you milk duds. That's entrapment. I'm not going to prison. Then we got these teenagers. They don't even dress up, okay? They just come up to your door, white T-shirt and jeans. They drive up. They throw on a camo jacket, and they're like, I'm a hunter. I'm like, you're not a hunter. I killed a 9-point with a muzzle loader this year, okay? I've killed more deer than you. Go home. They open up their pillowcase. They trick-or-treat with pillowcases. What is that? Joker opens it up. I'm like, that's great. What do you want? You want me to take something out? Because I ain't giving you anything. You didn't even try this year. Come on, man. No way. And then parents are like, well, it's better than the alternative. It's better than them drinking. Why is that the only alternative? Why can't they just sit at home? Like, what's the alternative? Go trick-or-treating or, like, sit on the water tower and chunk beer bottles at cars? I mean, this is Daphne, so maybe that's all y'all got to do. Not a whole lot going on. Not really. Then you got grandparents. I had grandparent trick-or-treaters. That should not go together. My grandson's in the car. No, he's not, dude. You're freaking lying. Your grandson's not in the car. Look, if you're an old man with a beard and you show up at my door with a pillowcase, Joker, you're getting a restraining order, not candy, man. No way, dude. Call 911, kids. Go on. No way. Got invited to a Halloween party. They opened the door. I'm like, is this a strip club or a Halloween party? What in the world? I knew where I was when I saw Snow White passing out ones instead of candy. I was like, oh, I knew it. My daughter's teacher. What about that? What do you think about that? I left. One year I did take my kids trick-or-treating with a friend of mine, and we went as nuns. I don't know why. It was just funny. So we kind of walked around like this. Bless you, my child. Bless you, my child. Threw holy water on them. I'm just kidding. What is that? Is that Catholic? Who does that? Catholics? The drinkers. Oh. Got a lot of Catholics in a bunch tonight, don't we? Don't lie. Man. Then, got Thanksgiving. Let me tell you what Thanksgiving dinner is. Thanksgiving dinner is now a prep meal for Black Friday shopping. That's all that is. Nobody gives a flying flip about Thanksgiving dinner anymore. It's Thanksgiving breakfast, so you can get your tail out the door on Thursday, because Black Friday's on Thursday now. That's what kind of folks we are in America. It's so funny. People over here on Facebook like, so glad my sister-in-law could be with us for Thanksgiving. And then 3 hours later, you're over here on aisle 3 wrestling her to the ground for some wooden spoons and a bed in a bag. I'm like, what happened to your Thanksgiving over here? You're so thankful. So savage. Look, don't be talking to me about, well, I have to do that. I have to go shopping on Black Friday because I'm on a budget. Look here, I'm a single mom, okay? I've had Christmases where my kids got like a choice between toothpaste and socks, okay? Any flavor you want, any color you pick. Don't talk to me about that. That's what Cyber Monday's for anyway. You ain't even got to put your bra on. Come on, somebody preach on that one. I'm all about that. That's the way to do it. And if you Cyber Monday shop, that gives you time to run around here and look at all these Christmas lights folks had up year round. They do that here? That's a crying shame right there. Have y'all seen this? Have y'all seen this light? It's a light. It's about yay big. You stick that joker in the ground and it shoots up a blanket of lights on your house. It looks like your house has the measles. Raise your hand if you got that thing. Oh, my Lord! Y'all ought to be ashamed. I know what happened. Y'all sent your husband and said, I need some Christmas lights on the house this year. And he's like, that'll do. And you're like, okay. That ain't even right. You know what that is? That is laziness in a box. You feeling that, aren't you? It's laziness. Straight lazy. Goodness gracious. Here's my favorite. My favorite Christmas light thing is Santa Claus leaning over baby Jesus in the manger. What in the world is that about? So here's kind of how my brain works. I went riding around right before, somewhere in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Maybe it was after Halloween. I don't know. I saw this monstrosity in somebody's yard. If that's you, I'm real sorry. I'm real sorry. But it's weird. So I'm sitting there. I just parked. And I just sat there. And I was like, wonder what he's saying to the baby Jesus. What's he saying? Because he's like this. So I'm like, is he saying like, dear 8 pounds, 6 ounce, newborn infant Jesus? What the heck? What do you want for Christmas? What do you want in your stocking? I know you're sick of that same old mess you get every year. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Have you been naughty or nice? What? What else is there to ask? So then I think, what's Jesus saying back? Is he like, look, Ricky Bobby, I'm going to need you to get up out of my personal space. Okay. And then I'm going to need you to quit stealing my thunder because this is my birthday, not yours. That's what I think he says. That's what I'd be saying. So weird. Please don't send me the big poem. I know there's one out there about it. I've already had it sent to me like 500 times. Don't send it, I know. It's still weird. It's just weird. I don't know about you, but I still have to make a Christmas list. I'm an only child. That's why. That's great. It's fun. Bud and Glenda, those are my parents. Oh. Don't. I'm going to have to alter this because I'm doing a show in a few weeks and they're going to be there. So I'm like, got to take them out. They're super sweet. They're great, but I still have to make a Christmas list. Let me tell you what's not on the list, what wasn't on the list. Workout clothes, okay? That's more like a Halloween costume for me. Yeah. But my New Year's resolution, who made them? Don't be ashamed. I know I did a video, but raise your hand if you made one. 2 people in the whole room made New Year's resolution. Thank you for being honest back there. I sure appreciate you. One time, a couple years ago, my New Year's resolution, have y'all heard of this Couch to 5K? Okay. So for about 2 weeks, I made it to Couch. That's not a joke. I was like, I'm going to start it. Today's the day. Tomorrow's the day. So then when I finally did start it, no lie, I could not get off of day 2. I was on day 2 for about 3 weeks before I quit because I wanted to die every day. So I quit doing that. But this year, my New Year's resolution was to join a gym, which I have not done, so it's not going too good. It's not going good. Haven't done it. Have you done it? You did. Why you guys shame me like that in public? You CrossFit? No? Who CrossFits? One per. Can you just go, woo, if you CrossFit? Okay, all right. There's exits in the back. Why don't y'all take a lap? Just show us how it's done. You think you're so bad. My assistant and I, we go everywhere together but the gym. She's the reason I made the CrossFit video because she CrossFits. But I ain't doing it. That was a real video too. Not doing that. I did it once for like 3 months. Went in my dancing shorts. No lie. They were pink with black trim because I almost died in them. That's how I remember. Let me tell you this too, okay? CrossFit is like adult hazing, okay? I walked in, and after my first day, I was like, I had no idea I was joining Chi Omega. I didn't even get a big sister or a T-shirt or anything. Freaking kidding me. Hate it. I walk in the first day, they start talking kettlebells and bear crawls. You know what those are? Death. That's all they are. You don't even need an explanation. They're horrendous. They're tragic. But here's what I heard. Kettle chips and bear claws. I'm like, oh yeah, we eating up in here. We got snacks at this CrossFit. That's awesome. It didn't go like that. Then, after all that nonsense that lasted what felt like a whole day, they were like, now we're going to run. I'm like, oh, that's going to be so fun. Let's do that. And they're like, no. It's going to be great. Because, see, I complained there, too. I complained at CrossFit. I'm like, you're joking me right now. They're like, no, it's going to be great. You're going to get runner's high. And I was like, do I look like I want runner's high? All right, look, let me tell you this real quick. I lived in Colorado for 4 years, okay? If I have a choice between getting high by eating a brownie or running, I ain't running, okay? You can judge me. I don't give a flying flip. I'm eating that brownie all day long. Say what you want. My assistant has 4 kids. One of her sons goes to school in Colorado, goes to college. I found him some weed leaf compression socks. They had marijuana leaves on them. Horrible gift. And I said, but it was just funny. I said, can I get these for Ethan? And she was like, no. And I was like, then I'm getting them. And I did, and he loves me. He's already Snapchatted them, so I feel like Auntie of the Year. Pretty proud. Here's when I quit CrossFit, okay? I lost 14 pounds on CrossFit, doing CrossFit. I gained it back. Don't clap. Thank you, though. Thank you. But I quit when I realized I lost 14 pounds over 3 months. I can do that taking laxatives. That ain't no joke, man. I mean every flipping word of that. And before you start saying like, oh, she encourages eating disorders. No, I don't, okay? That don't have nothing to do with eating. That's about pooping. Let's get that straight right now. And you know what laxatives are? Laziness in a box. That's what that is. Just like them Christmas lights. And I'm okay with that. Still working off the baby weight. Takes a while. My daughter's almost 12. It takes a little bit. It ebbs and flows. You know how it goes, women. Who's got kids? Woo! Who came to get away from your kids? There we go. Who's raising teenagers? You don't want to grab a bottle of wine, hit the foyer, form a support group, meets here on Wednesday nights. I've got an almost 12-year-old named Ava, and I have an almost 15-year-old named Noah. They're both really great kids. They're amazing. But my 14-year-old, he's 14. And the minute he turned 13, I became an idiot. And I mean, I come kind of already an idiot, but he started realizing it. And he thinks I'm dumb. And everything I say is lame. Constantly. He's also very witty, and he's a smart aleck. And it really aggravates me, okay? Because there's only room for one of us, all right? And clearly that's me. So I had a pretty big mom fail this year. I shouldn't admit this, but I'm gonna. I really do love the Lord. I just need to say that before I tell you this story. So, first day of freshman year was tough, man. Waking this joker up is like waking the dead. There's like tears and screaming and like lots going on. There's a lot to it, okay? So it was just a hard morning. And I held my tongue, man. I bit it. I was like, be the grown-up, Heather. You can do it. You don't have to be sarcastic about everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. You don't have, you know, it's this war. This schizophrenic talking to myself. You do it. You know what I'm talking about. It's that talking to yourself in the mirror. That's what that was. So I didn't say anything. I held my tongue until I dropped him off. And something just rose up in me. I just felt an opportunity that I could not let go of. It was just right there. So he opens the door. I don't even look at him, and I go, have a great first day being a butthole. And I look over at him, and he goes, thanks, I will. It's going pretty good for me so far. Slams the door. Walks off like this, shaking his head like, she's such an idiot. And I drove off, and I was like, God. So proud of that kid. That was good. Well done, son. You're going to have a good day. You've got a career ahead of you. I have prayed for this child. I've read every book you can think of. There's a book out there called Power of a Praying Mother. That book don't work. Who said yes? That book don't work. That's a great book. Also read, okay, my favorite author, his name is Danny Silk. Yeah, he's wonderful. I love him. He wrote a book called Loving Your Kids on Purpose. Okay? I looked at Danny Silk and I said, here's the deal. Okay? Your book don't work. And I'm about to start drinking on purpose. Okay? And I'm going to need you to pray up a little bit more before you write volume 2. Okay? I'm going to need a sequel. Because something ain't right here with this one. I read a book called Praying Circles Around Your Kids. I'm like, come here, son. Jesus, don't let me kill him, God. Lord, help me, God. Jesus. It didn't work. I don't think that's what he meant. I've taken more scripture out of context since I've had children. It's not even funny. I read the scriptures like they're magic potions these days. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hang on to this one. It's going to work this time. Like God's a genie in a bottle. I got an old brass lamp of my granny's. Sometimes I'll rub it before I read and pray. Come on, Jesus. There's a verse that says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So I read that, and then I'm like, oh, look here, God. I ain't really got time for that first part, but I'm going to need you to give me a new kid by Friday. Amen, thanks. It don't work either. He's a great kid. I have also taken marriage scriptures out of context, okay? There's this one scripture we all know and love. We love to hate it. Wives? You've heard it. You've read that. Your husband's read it to you. Like, I went through a season where, like, I thought he meant that literally. So I'm divorced, right? That's true. I should have taken it to heart, maybe. We get along very well now. And look, I am pro marriage, okay? I am for marriage. I hope to do it again one day. Marriage. Hope to do marriage again. And the other. I'm sorry. That didn't go like I planned. I actually dropped my kids off at the airport. He remarried. My ex-husband remarried. So I dropped my kids off at the airport to fly out to see him, to be in the wedding for the first time. They flew without me. I was scared to death, okay? These are my babies, my pride and joy, up in the air alone. So we're in a hurry. We packed their bags. I grabbed my purse, put my clothes on, and here we go, out the door. Okay. So they let me walk them to the gate. Okay. So I have to go through security. So I throw my purse up in the bucket, throw my shoes up there. And we're just kind of standing around waiting. And all of a sudden I hear, shut it down. Shut the belts down. Lights go out. And I'm like, what's happening? So, you know, they have those screens where you can see what's going through the belt, right? Like you can see what's in the bags. So I lean over and I'm like, somebody brought a gun in here. Dang. And right when I looked up, there were 4 police officers coming right at me and said, ma'am, I need you to come with us. And I was like, that's my gun. I forgot. That's a true story. Loaded, full clip, straight through security. Never batted an eye. I'm like, oh my God. So my daughter's like, are you going to prison? I'm like, we don't know. Isn't it exciting? My son's like, you're an idiot. Oh my God. And I'm like, text your dad, I dare you. Go ahead. Don't you even. So I get in this room, you know, I'm being interrogated. I'm like, I'm nervously cracking as many jokes as I can think of. They don't think I'm funny at all. So I just started crying, kind of like on cue. I'm like, okay, that's not working. I'm going to cry. You guys know about crying. Kind of like when y'all took that big old L to Auburn, you know. Come on. I had to do it, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm in Alabama, okay? It's ripe for the picking. Anyway, they let me go. But in case you're wondering, you cannot get on the TSA pre-check list for like 4 years after you try to sneak a gun through security. They won't let you because we tried, and my assistant, she got through and I didn't. So anyway, but all is well. My ex-husband got married to a sweet lady who loves my kids, and I'm very grateful. Yes, thank you. She's very sweet. And my kids also gained a big sister out of the whole thing. They call her stepmom, but it's true. It's true. Not 42, no. 24. And a half. I mean, let's give her the half. It counts when you're that young. The half counts. I'm not kidding. That's just, anyway. But she's very sweet. Sometimes he still calls me babe on accident. We were married for a long time. He calls me babe. And then he goes, shoot, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, don't be sorry. Just forget it ever happened. That's what I've been trying to do for years. Just forget it. Oh, man. If I ever get remarried, by the way, I'm single if you know anybody. Just kidding. Lots of crazy dudes coming around these days. But if I ever do get remarried, I'm not signing a prenup. I'm signing a DNR. Do not resuscitate. Just let me die. Just let it go. No mouth to mouth. No chest compressions. We're done. Oh, man. Let me tell you what. Dating in your 40s has worked for my ex-husband, okay? It's a little harder for me. I don't know why, okay? Now, when you get into your 40s, any single ladies over 40, you need to own that mess. Give me a woo! Okay. It's fine. It's good. It's good. You learn who you are, okay? You also learn that your pool of fish shrinks dramatically, okay? If you move to your small town of 8,000, it shrinks even more, okay? All right. I dated one guy. Y'all, let me just say this. If your choices of dude is between a guy who owns his brand spanking grown-up set of roller skates or who puts a blow-up hot tub in his front yard, you got slim pickings, okay? But when that dude is the same dude, you are in trouble. I ain't kidding, man. Crazy. I will never forget the first day I met his roller skates. I walked into his house, and I was like, dang, your 9-year-old daughter's got some big old feet, dude. He's like, what? Those are mine. I'm like, what? What do you mean? He's like, I roller skate. I'm like, you roller skate? What, you got like a whistle and a limbo stick laying around? Like, are we going to have to do the hokey pokey after dinner? I'm not prepared. I needed a rider before this date. I needed to come prepared. Dude. I'm like, look, I can barely walk across the stage without my knees cracking. I ain't going skating, man. Good grief. Let me tell you something else. I dated another guy. Guess what he was on? It wasn't the school board, okay? He was on parole, okay? Now, look, if you're on parole because you've got some history, that's fine. We've all got things we're ashamed of. Look, I'm up here telling you about every one of mine, okay? Like, it's fine. But you need to tell somebody Okay? Like, that's pertinent information, and you need to disclose that up front. Okay? I don't need to be finding that out a month in when we have to stop so you can pee in a cup. Okay? That ain't how I need to be finding that out. That's a deal breaker. Gotta be kidding me. But I'm not kidding you. That is the truth. I'll tell you something else too. My parents paid good money to send me to Bible college, okay? You may not know it tonight, but it's the truth. I'm no theologian, okay? But I love Jesus. And I went to Bible school to prove it, okay? We spent money for me to learn the word, okay? I went out with this guy, and he goes, I've been wanting to talk to you about something that I read in the 23rd Psalm. That's the Psalms for you slow learners. Look here. Witches and warlocks know how to say Psalms. Okay? You ain't got to know Jesus to know that. He just kept talking, and I'm like, what'd you say? Just need clarification. And he was like, yeah, Psalm 23. I'm like, I ain't doing it. Here's where I need to walk, right here. This is where I'm giving you papers, dude. I'm not joking, man. Gosh. These guys, man, young dudes coming out of the woodwork when I got single again. I'm like, you are 28. And then I was like, oh, okay, we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. It didn't end well. The dude on parole was like, after a couple weeks, he's like, I think you're my soulmate. And I'm like, your cellmate? I'm not your cellmate. I was never your cellmate. You're my soulmate. I'm like, oh, my vision was clouded after that. That had to be done. I've picked some winners, folks. Okay? Sometimes you don't know till you get into it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know. But here's when you know you got to jump ship, okay? When you start going to Walmart to get away from your significant other, it's time to reevaluate. If you work at Walmart, my hat is off to you. I commend you. Like, I will wash your feet because I don't know how you do it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Walmart, going into Walmart is like, it takes a lot of energy, okay? Walmart is like a literal, like, scooping down and plucking up of the depths of hell and sitting it on actual earth. That is Walmart to me. Okay? And while going into Walmart is effort for me, it is clearly not effort for everyone. Okay? Look, you can get a show in Walmart. It's material. That's all that is. These folks, look. Sometimes, I don't always dress up, okay? But I'm going to need you to take off them SpongeBob pants and them porcupine slippers. And I'm going to need you to try it just a little bit harder, okay? That ain't okay, man. But here's the conundrum, okay? These folks got on full face of Mary Kay, $200 right here. And probably about 45 minutes worth of effort. So at what phase do you look in the mirror and go, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that? Grab your keys, let's go. Because look here, if I'm going to go in my jammies, I'm going all out for you. I'm giving you something to talk about. I'm talking greasy hair, baseball cap, white T-shirt with holes. I'm going all out. I'm hiding. I ain't painting it up. You know what I'm saying? Good grief. I walked up on a lady not long ago trying on the lipsticks. I just stood there and watched. I just had this conversation in my head. I didn't actually say it out loud, but I was like, where have your lips been? Don't answer that. I don't want to know. Good gracious. And where are the Walmart workers? Where do they hide? I'm like, are y'all in the back trying on Halloween costumes, playing with fidget spinners? Like, I can't find you. Okay, because there are 35 checkouts and 7 is open, lane 7. That's the only one, right dead center. Dude, I'm not kidding. We're at max capacity, and there's 1 lane open. We're backed up into the pajamas. I'm like, oh, I need this. Oh, my, like, what? Snap out of it. Back there so long. Well, you could use the self-checkout. No, I can't. You got to have a master's degree to use the self-checkout. I can't ever get through there without having to call the lady to punch in her 1,900 numbers. I'm like, I can't do this. The last time I was in Walmart, I walked out with my midwifery license. Okay? I birthed a child. The lady behind me, she had just gotten pregnant. I was there for everything but the front part. I wasn't there for all that, but I'm not joking. Like, we went to Lamaze together. I rubbed her back. It was beautiful. She named that baby after me. Gosh, who knew? Every time I get in the line, I ain't kidding, the light starts flashing, right? Starts blinking because something didn't have a price tag. Or I get behind a couponer. If you coupon, I love you. Teach me your ways, okay? But I just don't want to be behind you in the line. Sorry. Or I get behind the bra lady. That's her purse. She starts pulling crap out of that bra. It is a freaking sideshow. Look, I'm not kidding. I was there recently. This woman is pulling crap out of her bra. I'm like, y'all, gather around. It's a magic trick. She's pulling all kind of crap. I'm like, you got a rabbit in there? What you got going on? You going to do a card trick? Give me a break. That poor little girl behind the checkout counter. Nobody wants your sweaty bills. That's sick, man. Speaking of sweaty bills, y'all get y'all's out here pretty soon. I'm going to let you go buy some T-shirts at the table. Some T-shirts that don't have Hoochie Mama glitter on them. I just don't understand why I got that on me. Speaking of bra, men, I'm real sorry you're in here for this. Real sorry. If you need to go to the bathroom, now's the time to do it. I'm just going to go and let you know. Recently, a friend of mine found a lump on my breast. She was a nurse practitioner, by the way. Yeah, she's legal. So she's like, you need to get this checked out. This is a big deal. So I said, okay, well, it's time for my yearly checkup. I'll just do it all in one fell swoop. I'll go on the same day. Not looking forward to this, okay? My friends said, well, you've been single for about 4 years. That should be a good day for you. Thank you for that. Not the same, folks. So I go, get my yearly checkup. Put my panties back on, go upstairs, get my mammo. How many have had a mammogram? Y'all. Awful. If you got more than me to work with, which most of you do, it's probably way worse for you, but nevertheless, still difficult. So I get in there, and this girl is shoving me into this machine. like ashes. I'm like, can you leave me something to walk out with, girl? And you know, they're like nose to nose with you. And she's like, are you comfortable? I'm like, are you comfortable? I hope not. Because one of us is shirtless. We got a problem here. So I get my mammo and I leave. And I get a phone call. Miss Lan, your pelvic exam came back abnormal. I'm like, of course it did. I'm like writing my will, you know, like trying to figure out who to leave my bills to. That's basically what that consists of. Okay, I'm worst case scenario. But I get in there and decide I'm going to make a video. I'm like, you know what? We can either laugh or cry, and we're going to laugh today. So I get my camera, my video, my phone out. Yeah, there we go. My phone. And I got my little gown on, and I'm making a video. You may have seen it. It's called The Gynecologist. I was in The Gynecologist when I made it. So I'm making the video, and they come in, okay? The doctor and his little accountability partner, that's all. She's good for nothing, okay? That's all she's in there for. She don't do nothing. I don't even think she puts gloves on. So they come in, and I'm like, I was fidgety because I was trying to finish my video, you know. He's like, Miss Lan, could you scoot down? You know how the drill. Scoot down, put your feet in the stirrups. So I get scooted down there, you know. And he's like, Miss Lan, you forgot to take your underwear off. And I was like, dang it. Crap. So they turn around. I'm like, oh, why are you turning around? I said that. They didn't think I was funny, but I thought that was funny. I'm like, you're about to be eye level. That's dumb. So I just kind of shimmy my panties off and throw them over on the chair. They didn't think that was funny either. I'm like, I'm ready. So I'm laying there on the table, balancing my checkbook, writing my groceries. I mean, you know, it takes a minute. Doing a biopsy. So all of a sudden, he goes, oh, I see the culprit. You've got a zit on your uterus. I'm like, of course I do. Like, I had people praying for me. How am I supposed to call them and be like, I had a zit. It's fine. What even? So I lay there a minute with my hand like this on my forehead because I'm thinking. And I was like, well, can you pop it? Right? That's the logical next step. He kind of laughed. He's like, no, ma'am, it doesn't really work that way. That's not going to be very comfortable for you. I'm like, I'm not comfortable now. You may as well go on and get it done while you're down there. That's not how it worked. Y'all, look. I've heard of adult acne, but that's ridiculous, okay? That ain't okay, man. So I put my panties on, go back upstairs. And they're like, okay, we're gonna read your mammo, okay? Here's what's going on. So they put the little thing up on the screen. 2 little circles. That's me, 2 little circles. They're like, these are, I'm like, I know what they are, okay? I look at them every day. I got it. You ain't got to twist the knife, okay? And right there was a white spot. It felt like a grain of sand, but it was about yay big, okay? And they're like, do you see this white mass? that's on your breasts. Yes, I see that. And they're like, well, what that is the last bit of elasticity that you have left in your breast. And I said, girl, I didn't need no mammo to tell me that. I've been knowing that. Okay, I nursed 2 babies. What else you got? So that's it. So basically, I left there with adult acne and my 18-year-old self trying to make a comeback. Okay, it's very humiliating. It's not fun. But I'm glad to be here, okay? Yes, and amen to that. Well, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about just kind of my journey in life. You know, we laugh so that we don't cry, because I got plenty I could cry about, Lord knows. But we all have issues that we face in life. We all have things. You know, I was raised in a Christian home, but I had a dear, sweet, wonderful mama. She's really precious. But she battled prescription drug abuse my whole life, and it was extremely difficult. And I'm an only child, which I hate them for, because it's just me. Okay, if you have one child, and that's fine for you, but I've got to take care of both of them. That's going to be real hard pretty soon. But we had to navigate that in life. And then, for me, divorce is part of my story. I've been in ministry most of my life, and divorce is not really something that is prominent in my circle. And some people don't know how to deal with it. Some people don't know what to do with us divorced people. I like to call us humans, but some people don't get it, you know. And you kind of feel like you wear the scarlet letter, but you don't. So during that process, the Lord has been very sweet to me. And one of my outlets has always been music. And I've been a worship leader for a really long time, until I became a comedian. I don't understand, but whatever. So weird. But one of my outlets, like I said, is music and writing. And I did a worship album a few years ago. The Lord was so gracious to let me do that, kind of in the middle of a really crappy time in life, honestly. But it's just a way that I can really get out the emotion. And so now I'm working on a new album with a friend of mine. And these are new songs, and we've been writing for the record. About half of the songs on there are things that I've written or co-written, and the rest are songs that my friends have written that really resonated with me. And I just want to sing a few of them for you tonight. And I want you to really walk away hopeful that we all experience pain and we all go through the valleys. But my greatest and most beautiful times with the Lord have been when I have been at my lowest. And I remember at one phase of this whole thing saying, God, if this is how close I feel to you in the valley, I'll stay here. Don't let me leave. And I'm really glad he didn't listen, okay? But I meant it at the time, okay? I did. But there was a time when I left Colorado and moved to my hometown, which was like, you know, going back with your tail tucked between your legs, and it was very difficult. And this song came out of it, and it's going to be on the record. Maybe I have no sound, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it working? You don't know? Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Is it not on? You're doing a great job. Okay. Hey. You did, wait. Okay, thank you so much. This song is really just about love and loss. Is that okay? That's what it's about? Because I'm a comedian and I wanted you to cry tonight, because that's apparently, I don't know why. It's kind of how it's going. I'm real sorry. Packed up everything and left Colorado. If I had any courage left, Lord knows I brought it. Right now nothing seems longer than an Oklahoma mile. I got one hand on the steering wheel and one hand on the dial. I got one hand on the dial. Oh, this old radio plays another hurting song. It's just the way it goes. When your heart's just holding on, tonight there's a cold rain falling down, and your memories hanging round. Oh, this old radio, it plays another hurting song. I sure thought I was leaving it all behind me. Sundown as I crossed the Mississippi. Just like the 1,000 tears I cried, that river's running wild. I got one hand on the steering wheel and one hand on the dial. I got one hand on the dial. Oh, and this old radio, it plays another hurting song, and it's just the way it goes. When your heart's just holding on, tonight there's a cold rain falling down, and your memories hang around. Oh, this old radio, it plays another hurting song. It's just the way it goes. When your heart's just holding on, tonight there's a cold rain falling down, and your memories hanging around. Oh, this old radio, it plays another hurting song. Oh, this old radio plays another hurting song. Oh, this old radio, it plays another hurting song. Thank you. This song was written by a friend of mine. He's actually producing my record. And he's just a great musician and songwriter. He plays for a little band called the Dixie Chicks. And so I snagged this song from him because it just ministered to my heart. It's not a Christian song, that's funny. But it's about love and loss, of course. And it so spoke to me that I asked him if I could snag it, and he let me. It's called Let Me Fall. Oh, I can see when you look at me that you're already gone. So let's set things straight. We can't change our fate, and I'm already alone. So baby, I know I gotta let you go. It's a dead-end street, I know what's coming. Just let me fall. baby, I can't put up the fight. So don't try to make it right. Don't, oh, don't just let me fall. The hardest thing I've ever done is stand here and let you run while I've given up. I'm going down in flames. I've got to say I'm not ashamed. I gave it all, but that's not enough. So baby, I know I gotta let you go, 'cause it's a dead-end street. I know what's coming. Just let me fall. Oh baby, I can't put up the fight. So don't try to make it right. Don't hold on. Just let me fall. 'Cause we reach for love just like a precious stone, but our heart's the one thing you can never own. But baby, I know I gotta let you go, 'cause it's a dead-end street. I know what's coming. Just let me fall. Oh baby, I can't put up the fight. So don't try to make it right. Don't hold on. Just let me fall. Oh, don't hold on. Just let me fall. Oh, don't hold on. Just let me fall. Thanks. I gotta readjust. I feel like I'm falling. Just let me fall. That's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna sing one more song for you tonight. This is a song that a friend of mine wrote, and it's gonna be the last song on the track, on the CD. And it's just really sums up who the Lord has been for me. He's been such safety for me, and He's been there in the shadows. And let me just reassure you, I'm just going to stop playing for a second, because I want to make sure you hear me. The Lord has been things for me that I never knew He could be for me until I went through that time. He's been my protector and my provider and my husband. And He's been my advocate and my defender. And I would have not known Him as those things without the crap. Okay? So if you're going through the crap of life right now, don't lose heart, okay? Because the dawn's coming, okay? There's light at the end of the tunnel for you. I promise. I'm living proof. And it will happen for you when you least expect it, and when you are leaning into the Lord. When you lean in, He will lean back. And He will give you what you need. And He will be the glory in the shadows for you. And this could be tragic, because I've never done this song before. So let's hope not. 1,000,000 miles away, yet you're right here. You seem so out of reach, yet you're so near. No matter how far away into your open arms I fall. Grace given when I call. Your presence feeds my desperate soul. Your perfect love, the truest love to know. The glory in the shadows, you are what I need. Satisfy this longing for eternity. Sustain my every thought. Help me speak your truth. Stronger in my weakness, all because of you. You are the glory and the shadows. The glory and the shadows. Oh, living water, wreck my sin. Restore me to your plans again. That I would walk as you have called. Redeemed by blood, once shed for all. And into your open arms I fall. Grace given when I call. Your presence feeds my desperate soul. And your perfect love, the truest love to know. Glory in the shadows, you are what I need. Satisfy this longing for eternity. Sustain my every thought. Help me speak your truth. Stronger in my weakness, it's all because of you. You are the glory and the shadows. The glory and the shadows. You are the glory in the shadows. Oh, the glory in the shadows. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Let's stand and give Heather a hand. Thank you so much. That was awesome.